Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. This is episode number 2 of our second series. If you guys missed it, you may want to go back and check out what happened to the last colony. Maybe some poor planning on my part that led to some branching issues that we couldn't really deal with. Fortunately, we are back up and running with colony number 2, and I have learned quite a bit in the meantime, so I'm fairly confident that we can beat our previous record of, I believe it was cycle 38. So yeah. Right now, we are in the process of just getting our basic plumbing going. We're getting some air up. We are actually researching plumbing, but then we're going to be running our first liquid pump down here. And yeah, so far things are looking pretty good. A bit slower start than normal because this whole area was full of water that we drained down into here, but that's okay. Now we have a better, more permanent water source set up. Also, we can deconstruct these. We don't really need them anymore. All right, should I leave them? Should I leave them until we can knock these out? And then we can just deconstruct them? Let's do that. We've got some stuff marked to mine out just for resource building. And then we really are going to want to clear this stuff out too. Also, this should be tile. I'm not exactly sure how, like, spreading pollution works, but just to be safe. Maybe not tiling all that, but at least down here. Okay. So let's bump some priorities up because we actually have a lot of stuff queued right now. Let's put this at a 7 because that research is going to be done pretty soon here. And once that stuff completes, oh, we can grab another duplicant. Awesome, we already have another bed and everything. So, dimensionally inept, can't build. We've already got one of those. Divers, let's take this guy even though his only skill is tinkering because you know what? We could use a good tinker, and his other stuff will slowly level up. And at least he doesn't have any massive downsides that I'm not willing to put up with. Up here, we should probably get some oxygen generation going in the not-too-distant future, but for now, I think we're okay. All of our guys have tasks, and I don't want to over-assign any more than we already have. We're getting all of our areas wired up at the moment, which is important, and soon we'll have some oxygen generation from this deoxidizer. Let's also throw down an airlock here. Although we're going to be leaving it open for now since we don't have any negative gas generation to worry about. Just carbon dioxide that's going to just sit at the bottom of the old mine down here. Soon, though, we are going to want to get some storage up and running. I think I'll do storage one level above, probably. So what we'll do is we'll come like here. We can keep time moving because it's going to be not the highest priority. But we're going to go like this. And then we'll build out like here for storage. And I'll worry about prettying it up and this carbon dioxide, how we're going to deal with all that a little bit later on. For now, we only need a 2 high for it, so that should be fine. These guys can just kind of hang out, get some sleep, and then I will actually bump this up to like a priority 7, I think. Not the most important thing, but pretty important, just so it gets taken care of. It's as important, I'd say, as getting this pump up. We could use another duplicant, to be honest. I feel like we're just slightly understaffed at the moment, considering that the generator's not running. Generator should be, well, research is a 6. I don't know why I have to bump up generator so that research becomes possible again. I guess it's because we have too many other tasks that are higher. Research probably should be a 7. That's right, I did it, because we're so close. Give me that. Liquid pump. We're so close. Yes. Okay. So, now we have our liquid pump, which we can put to use almost immediately. Let's get it all wired up and everything and start building out our water pipes. So, I had a feeling that that was going to happen. Oh well. So, we'll connect that up, and also we need a plumbing pipe. We need to run some liquid pipes all the way up here. And these are going to need to go across here and into the plumbing area. Almost immediately. So let's prioritize that whole job. This is important. Put this at a priority 8. Boom. 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 Because very soon, when the next set of research finishes, we're going to have what we need for purification and stuff, or at least plumbing. Alright, so we'll do it like that. Down here, I need to get this built out as well. I have big plans, you guys, big plans for how we're going to handle this plumbing area. So, what it's going to be is kind of like this. And then maybe one more over. But that's not quite what I want. I want it to be more like this. How I want it to work is like this. You come in up there. This will come across here. Come in up here, and there's kind of a step down on a ladder that you can take. Actually, we'll do it like that, so we have a little more room on this tile here. Cancel these. Put in another tile. This will all be cleared out to about... We'll just start it out with here. And what we'll do is we'll put in a purifier right here, a pump that's going to pull it all up. Maybe we need to go one more out just so it all fits. And then, yeah, I'm actually really excited about this. I think this is going to work well. This will be priority 6. It's not the most important thing in the world, but it's pretty important. So yeah, once they get that cleared out, we'll be able to pump. What we'll do is we'll put toilets and everything up here. We'll pump the dirty water out into a reservoir down here, then have another water pump like here, liquid pump rather, that sits in the dirty water and pumps it into a purification system. For some reason, that seems to work a lot better for plumbing in this game, and I'm not going to question it because I just want to have a functional base. Everyone has beds so far. Oxygen is okay. I don't know where the fuck all this carbon dioxide came from. I mean, maybe I missed it, but I don't remember there being this much CO2 in here. We're going to want to address that actually really soon because it's going to be flowing into our base. Fortunately, the research line that we're going along should take care of that for us. Also, let's make sure that we wire this thing. Priority 9. Want to make sure all research is possible, that we're staying efficient and everything here, but I also want to keep these side projects moving. Yeah, that carbon dioxide's a real problem. Unfortunately, we didn't go the algae deodorizer route, so we're just going to have to hope that we can get research going. Let's bump both of our researches up to an 8. I want that taken care of. I'm a little bit worried about the way everything is going right now. If we can just get this next research done, I think we'll be okay. Let's see. We're currently researching this. Novice is going well. Intermediate hasn't started, but we'll be able to get up the basic plumbing, and then after this, we'll go straight for filtration so that we can get our water purifiers up. Holy shit. Okay, you know what the issue here is? We need to have another... I should have known better. We need another algae deoxidizer right here, and we need it immediately. Power, electrical wire, boom. Prioritize 9. Okay, that should take care of it. This should blow all the carbon dioxide down into the basement here, which is ideal. That's generally how I set up my areas, but I don't know. It must have gotten away from me here. We have plenty of algae, it looks like, to fall back on here and down here. And then there's some slime we'll be able to convert later on. But I'm hoping we're going to be using electrolyzers to provide most of our oxygen here. Also, filling this should be a priority 9. Always be working. Yes, okay. So once this thing starts pumping, once it actually has power, good. This should start, yes, it's producing oxygen, which is going to push all this carbon dioxide down this way and eventually down this into the bottom area, because the carbon dioxide is more dense, so it should just fall to the bottom. Good, good. That makes me feel a little bit better. I really didn't think up here was going to be such an issue, but maybe I should bump this up to like a 7. Just get this taken care of once and for all. 7. Good. Okay. So that way they'll actually build that tile out, and we're not going to have carbon dioxide coming in from the top up here. You can see it's slowly making its way over here, and it'll be falling. See some oxygen, some carbon dioxide. That's good. That means it's falling down the ladder system, which is pretty ideal. We are going to be getting a little bit of polluted oxygen coming in here. I can see it sneaking in, which is annoying, but, well, we'll be getting air filtration up soon. It's not my #1 priority at the moment, to be honest, although I'm wondering if maybe it should be. I don't think polluted oxygen is really that big of a deal compared to something like hydrogen, though. It's slightly toxic, but not actually toxic. Also, fortunately, it's a little bit lighter than regular oxygen, which means it should float to the top, which is good because all of our guys are at half height here. All right, another night, but we have made some more progress. Unfortunately, we don't have overnight power yet because we haven't gotten to coal generation, but it looks like we have enough oxygen in the system for everyone to sleep the night without having to run away and gasp. I've kind of learned my lesson about this. You kind of always want to keep these sleeping areas, the central areas, just completely cut off from everything else, air-wise, just so that people have somewhere to fall back on that always has somewhere they can sleep reliably, because interrupted sleep is a pretty big deal for stress, and stress, as I'm learning, really, really, really matters in this game. There's that polluted oxygen I couldn't get rid of. How annoying. There's some more over here. Ugh. Okay, next research after this purifier is going to be, yeah, that. Alright, let's take a look at our plumbing setup here. We've got all these liquid pipes set up. We also need a liquid pipe that comes... how is this going to work? Well, I'll leave it for until we get it. Get this research finished. We're making good progress, though. Looks like we are a little bit into the intermediate, but almost done with the novice, more than halfway. That's fantastic. This is almost built out. I don't know why this says unreachable. Like, it's totally not. Is this still priority 7? Yeah, okay, good. What is everybody looking to do right now? Do I have any high priorities? Really, these are the highest ones, is the research, so I guess I can see why not a whole lot's getting done at the moment. I've put a lot onto power generation, too, just to make sure that food and everything is being taken care of. I have this set to a 7. Maybe they should even be an 8, but no, let's not. We're bumping too much up to too high of priorities. We want to make sure that the colony stays functional. At some point, I may need to do a grand reset of everything to 5 and then redo it. Okay, almost done sealing this whole area off, which is good. Can clear this out. Not a big priority, though. Pump is up and running, but nothing to pump to yet. Gosh, we just need this research to finish. And we need enough power for this deoxidizer to run. I think we might be running a little bit too much at the moment. With our current levels of power generation. Or people just aren't generating enough power. Now we're using too much, I think. I may put down another manual generator here. Ooh, thank goodness. New duplicant. I will take someone with some decent skills. Let's do no flatulence. Don't like too negative things, so we will take Ren here. Ren, welcome to the colony. Let's make you a cot. I haven't built an official sleeping area yet, so for now, we'll just plop him down with a cot over here, just so he has somewhere to sleep. And go ahead and make your bed. And we needed that extra set of hands, because I'm feeling like we're not being quite as efficient as we could be right now. I don't know why they still haven't dug out all this down here. Once these get taken care of, though, why is there pressure? Oh, I guess this is just trying to fall. Once we get this all cleared out, we can start working on this reservoir area, because we're very close, I think, on the research. Yeah, just 3 more intermediate research, and we'll be all done with this one. They're trying to work on it, but we just can't generate enough power. Let's throw down another manual generator here. Oh, we can't. We don't have enough raw metal. This is not being prioritized enough. Just mine this out so that we can actually queue up some raw metal stuff. I don't know why they do that. I think that's really annoying. They're like, you can't build it if you don't have the resource. I mean, I guess that's one way to keep us from not understanding why it's not being built, but at the same time, it's like really frustrating to have to stop everything and reprioritize it just for something like that. Alright, let's plop this down with another electrical wire. That's why I space everything the way I do, by the way, you guys. 2 manual generators and then 1 full-size battery can fit here. And then if we need to, we can have filtration in between these machines. Or oxygen generation, I suppose. But things are looking pretty good here. Everybody's got a bed, still got a good amount of oxygen. Oh, maybe not. Looks like Bert. Oh, no, okay, no. I was afraid Bert was running away to get some fresh air, but nope, he just needed to use the bathroom. Oh, good. It's time to start worrying about polluted dirt. That is an issue I really don't want to deal with right now. Let's, for now, just build a quick little airlock area. Airlock. Airlock. Tile here. And take this out as well. That is not a huge priority because our research is almost done. Get all the last of that out of here. This looks pretty good to me. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting a pump right here. We'll want liquid piping coming directly into it. Nope. This is our clean piping, sorry. We'll have dirty water coming into it, so we'll want power. Where do we have power running now? We'll go like this. Great. And then, man, power generation is a real issue right now. Let's bump this thing up to a 9. Did I just put a random electrical wire up here? Yes, I did. And let's make sure this electrical wire is a 9 as well. Let's get that second generator up just so that we are actually generating enough power. And then I heard a bing. No, we're still 1 away from having our research complete. Fortunately, once we get this pump up, well, it's not actually going to be doing anything for a little while yet. But once we get all this research done and this pump up, we'll be able to have our closed system that's cleaning everything. Next research we do here is going to be for the air sanitizer, because this is ridiculous. Come on, Ren, you're so close, man. You got this. Oh my god, finally. Okay, so let's immediately go for sanitation. No, we already got... Oh, the air deodorizer came with this. Oh, thank god. Okay, well then we can go straight into filtration. That's fantastic. And soon, combustion and power regulation. But first, filtration. We've got our air deodorizer right here. I guess I went for something different than what I was thinking. We'll put this right by the front door. This is priority 9. I want this done. And I'm going to set the actual deodorizer to priority 9 as well, because I want to get this whole area. Oh my god, can you not build it standing directly in front of the fucking door? Jesus Christ. Trying to actually get rid of the... God, just spread it through the whole fucking base, why don't you? And then when they fill it, they're going to do the same thing. Okay, there we go. We're getting this stuff moved out of here. Let's take a look at plumbing. Did I get the... No, I got the shower and lavatory, but I did not get the other stuff I needed. I need to up the priority, I think, on this. Let's do that. Just getting the stuff we can reach. And hopefully now we will actually have the ores we need to build out a shower and a toilet. Which is great. We're also going to need... Well, we'll worry about that in a minute. It's going to be deodorizer, then we knock this out and put in a tile. We need to make more room here immediately. Let's prioritize these to a 9. Because then we're going to move back the outhouse and put in the toilets. We are not getting rid of the outhouse. That is a lesson I have learned about this game. I don't care how good your plumbing system is. There will be a time when you don't have power, which you need to pump water or something, or you will run out of filtration medium or something, and your toilets will stop working, and your guys will not, it will not be obvious to you. They'll just start peeing everywhere. Like, have that outhouse as a backup always. It doesn't really matter that it produces a tiny bit of polluted stuff, because as long as you have, like, a single filter in here, it'll take care of it. From one outhouse, easily. So we're going to mine out this wall so we can move back the outhouse. And by move back, I mean we're going to build another outhouse and then delete this one. I'm not going to risk there being even a moment where I don't have an outhouse. This will be rank 9. Get everything else built in here. We are getting very close to having a very nice, very sustaining base. Then once we get this built back here, we'll probably move the air deodorizer closer to it. Hey, medicine, we got a medical cot, which we may actually build one of those this time. I still am on the fence about how necessary a lot of that medical stuff is. Let's take this out, and then we're also going to build an air deodorizer right here, priority 9. And I also, while we're at it, I need one right here, also priority 9. Great. Let's build those deodorizers, and I can knock this one down once this outhouse is gone. Calm down, Meep. And once this is gone and this is up and running, I should be able to keep this airlock open again, because people aren't really going to be using the outhouse once we get everything else plumbed. Alright, let's make sure this has got its filtration medium, so it's running all the time. Looking good on oxygen generation still. Wondering why they're not... Oh, this air deodorizer is not actually a 9. Let's get that built. And then plumbing time. We'll get a shower. It's going to be, let's see, toilet, shower. Okay, so this needs to go. Calm down there. Meep. Meep is making me nervous. I hope he doesn't have destructive personality or whatever it is. When they get so stressed out, they just start breaking shit. That one drives me nuts, because they always seem to go for, like, the key infrastructure for the base. They're like, all right, let's take out the oxygen and power generation. Just like, well, fuck you. Could just punch a wall, dick. All right, so they're still using the new toilet, which is great, because they should take care of it like that. This is getting knocked out to make room for shower, toilet, and toilet. Ooh, hey, you're not a toilet. Shower, toilet, and toilet. Actually, maybe we'll do it like that so they have a little bit of space. Shower, toilet. There we go. So let's set these to a priority 9. And the other one can go whenever. And then we're going to need liquid piping. So here we go. This is where it's going to be fun. So this is the dirty water. That's going to need to be purified. So we're going to be running clean water up like this. And then we're going to run the dirty water out this way into a vent. We'll mine this out, put down another tile here, and put a liquid vent right there. And that's just going to spill this down here, which is great. It's going to give an output for all that dirty water. Let's prioritize all this to a 9. I want this taken care of immediately. That's going to include this pump as well, actually, which is fine, because the next research that finishes, which is 1 away, is going to include our purifier. And the purifier is going to sit right here if it fits, which will be really good, because then this pump can go directly into that, and then the purifier pump will output back actually over here. I'm going to run all that water back into the main piping. Or actually, I don't know if I'll bother outputting it all the way back to the #1 reservoir, but we'll pump it back into the input, which is good. Is this a 9? Yes, good. All right, so far everything is looking pretty slick here. Everything should be properly plumbed. I don't think I made any mistakes with that, so they're just building out at the moment. Don't think we are missing any resources either. Looks like we have plenty of copper and stuff down here to pick up for the build. Awesome. Our other research is almost done. Nope, it is done. So I can now go to refinement and plop down. Yes, perfect. I can put a water purifier right here. Ba-boom. And the output from the purifier is going to go up into the intake here. And the input from the purifier is going to come directly from this pump across. Great. And then we'll prioritize all that to a 9 as well. Bop. Awesome. This should be a much more efficient system than the last one we built, where we weren't actually outputting the polluted water into a reservoir and then pumping it again. And we should have, I think, almost all the power we need wired here. We do need to do this. Do I go over one, or... I'm a stickler, you guys. I don't want it to run across like that. So this polluted water stays here, because the idea behind it is it'll get pumped up into this liquid pump pipe, put directly into this purifier, and then the purifier will output it back into the line, which will allow for full-length showers and actual use of toilets and all that fun stuff. Once I see the water purifier is pumping and the liquid pump is working, excellent. Yep, there we go. You can see it's pumping the polluted water, goes into the purifier. Let's take a look at it actually in the plumbing view. Yep. So dirty water comes out here, gets dumped into this vent, which all just falls down to the floor here. Then this pump picks up that dirty water, pumps it into the purifier, and the purifier outputs it back into the line. So everyone should be able to use all the water that they want now. And we're not going to be, like, if we run out of sand or this thing can't keep up, we'll just see this thing slowly filling with dirty water. And as long as we build another purifier in just to compensate, we should be able to keep up with it. It's going to be a lot more natural, a lot more fun to deal with. Okay, we got a new duplicant available. I will take it. We're sitting pretty. No, I will not. Flatulence and two flatulence and a loud sleeper. Not worth it. We're rejecting all. We will wait. Okay, so now that we have that up and running, the next thing I want to do is bump up the prioritization on this airlock area up here. Why, you may ask? Because this is where we're going to be putting all of our pollutants. Specifically, this is where polluted dirt is going to go, because we have that building up down in this area from our outhouse from before. So what we need is base, just a storage compactor, 2. We'll just place 2 back here. And we're going to want 1 more of those filters. Air deodorizers, excuse me, right here. What that's going to do is it's just going to, since the stuff that smells bad will actually leak out of the compactors, this will allow us to keep it from polluting the oxygen in the base. So far, things are looking pretty good. We should probably keep the research moving, though. Let's get combustion research. That's the next big one we're going to want. We have our electrolyzer research started, but that's not going to be... or we probably have it researched already, now that I think about it. No, not quite. We're going to wait to get percolation and stuff, though, until we have gas piping researched, because I don't want a repeat of the hydrogen emergency we had last time we did a playthrough. This here is going to be our other storage area, I'm thinking. Here's the airlock, but then the storage area will be separate from that. Also, we're going to want to be pumping some air. The bathroom really doesn't need additional air. Although, frankly, once we get this storage area up and contain all this nasty smelling stuff, this should be enough to deal with the non-used outhouse. Because people really shouldn't be using the outhouses with lavatories available. So then we can keep this door open and oxygen's just going to flow in from the pumps. We are really having issues with power generation at the moment, though. It's a good thing we're getting that other research done. Okay, making good progress here. The airlock is set up, which should help prevent that bad gas from getting out. And so far, it seems like the deodorizer is keeping up with this, whatever it is that's producing the bad smell. And this is definitely keeping up with down here, which is great. Looks like the system is continuing to flow. I don't see any issues. Let's just take a quick peek, make sure everything looks good. Yep. Dirty water pumps out, clean water pumps in. So far, so good. My one regret at the moment is I'm kind of tempted to run all this piping, this output, back down here and into the reservoir with like a vent, just because it makes it a little easier to keep an eye on how much of the actual water we're losing in the net process. But I don't think we actually lose water from it, interestingly enough. So I think it may not be anything to worry about. This should be priority 9. This should be priority 9. Come on, guys, get this shit done. Is air deodorizer? Priority 9. And, yeah. Actually, we are way long on this episode. I think I got a little ahead of myself with this liquid system, so I'm going to bring this one to a close. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below so that I know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.